Hello everyone. This lecture is exclusively recorded for second year BSc student of BK Birla College, Kalyan. This is mathematics class. In this lecture, we will recall the Euler's theorem and the corollary. We will prove one of the corollary of Euler's theorem. So let's begin the lecture. So if you remember, in last lecture we have already seen what is Euler's theorem. We have even proved the Euler's theorem for the two variable. So if we have a function real scalar function from R2 to R such that f is homogeneous and all the partial derivative exist. Moreover, all second order derivative exist, then x times dou f by dou x plus y times dou f by dou y is equal to n times f of x comma y, where n is degree over here, right? So this Euler's theorem we have already proved and we have even seen the example based on this Euler's theorem. Now we will have the a corollary of Euler's theorem. The corollary is as follows. If we have a function which is homogeneous function in two variable, say x and y, with degree n, then x times dou 2f upon dou x square plus 2 times xy dou 2f upon dou x dou y plus y square dou 2f upon dou y square is equal to n times n minus 1 then f. So let me rewrite this. It is basically n minus 1 f. So you either write f or f of x comma y. That's one and the same. So let me write down f. So this corollary will help us a lot to calculate this left hand side. So if somebody asks you to find out this left hand side, so if the function is homogeneous, then it is straight away you can say that n into n minus 1 times f. So it will reduce the lot of calculations. So the proof is very simple. The idea is you just write down the Euler's theorem first, differentiate the Euler's theorem with respect to x, then similarly differentiate with respect to y, and then multiply the equation by x and y and then add it. So let's do this. So this is Euler's theorem that x times dou f by dou x plus y times dou f by dou y is equal to n times f of x comma y. What I did is as follows: differentiate 1 with respect to x. So if I differentiate with respect to x, so on this part uv rule will come. So x as it is, derivative of f with respect to x is dou 2f upon dou x square. Then dou f by dou x as it is, derivative of x is 1. Similarly, y is a constant when I am differentiating with respect to x. Then dou 2f upon dou x dou y. N is constant, dou f upon dou xy. Then we will again, now this is number 2. Now we will again differentiate this 1 with respect to y. So if I differentiate with respect to y, then I will have again this here u and v will come. So you can see that x, this terms the dou f by dou x derivative is dou 2f upon dou y dou x. Now I am differentiating with respect to y, and here u into v rule. So y dou 2f upon dou y square plus dou f upon dou y is equal to n times dou f dou y. Now what I am doing here is as follows. So let me write down here systematically. So I am multiplying equation 1 by x and equation number 2 by y, and then I am adding these two equations. So if I do that, then we will get the required things which we want. So let me use the another pen. Equation number multiply with x plus equation number 2, equation 1 to multiply with y. and then add it. So let's see what we will get is as follows. So x square dou 2f upon dou x square plus x dou f by dou y plus xy dou 2f upon dou y dou x, then xy dou 2f upon dou x dou y plus y square dou 2f upon dou y square plus y dou f by dou x, which is equal to nx dou f dou x plus ny dou f by dou y. Now instead of this writing the dou 2f upon dou x square, I have written it as fxx, so it should be clear. Now one may ask the question, here I have written 2xy fxy. So this is basically fyx and this is basically fxy. So the question is, are they equal? If they are equal, then only we can write down. Answer to this, yes, they are equal. They are equal under the condition that the first order partial derivatives are continuous. So now here we are assuming that the first order partial derivatives are continuous. Hence, the mixed partial derivative fxy and fyx is called as a mixed partial derivatives. The mixed partial derivatives are equal. So under that condition, we are writing this is 2 times fxy plus the stem term as it is. Now this x dou f by dou x and y dou f by dou y, we have sent it to RHS. So hence it is minus x fx plus y fy. But again we are applying an Euler's theorem here, Euler's theorem ET. So because x fx plus y fy is basically n is as it is nf, and x fx plus ny is again nf. So take n common from this side, left hand side, and right hand side f common. So n minus 1. So we will get the required thing, that is n into n minus 1 times f, which is required. Right, so the corollary is not difficult, one can prove very easily. But this corollary gives a lot of, will help us a lot to solve the numerics. So let's see the numeric question. So if f of x comma y is given to be x upon y to the power y upon x, then prove that x square dou 2f upon dou x square plus y square dou 2f upon dou y square plus 2xy dou 2f upon dou x dou y is equal to 0. The solution is, you can see that evaluating this is basically the left hand side of the corollary of Euler's theorem. So to apply the corollary, I just need to check whether the function is homogeneous or not. So to check the homogeneous, the condition is f of tx comma ty should be equal to t raised to n f of x comma y. Then that n is called as a degree of that homogeneous function. So when I have calculated f of tx comma ty, then it turns out to be tx upon ty to the power ty upon tx. So tt will get cancelled. It is x by y to the power y by x. So basically t to the power 0 f of x comma y. So this 0 is basically a degree. So this function is a homogeneous function with the degree 0, and we can apply the previous corollary. So f is homogeneous function with a degree 0. So by corollary of Euler's theorem, x square fxx plus 2xy fxy y square fyy is equal to n minus 1 f. But n is 0, so 0, 0 minus 1 f. So 0 multiplied by anything is again 0. So the answer turned out to be 0. So we have proved this. We could do this only because of this corollary. Now let's go to another example. Again, a function is given. We have to ask to find out this factor. So this is an homework question because I just want you to check out the degree of this polynomial or this function. The degree will turn out to be 0, and if the degree is 0, then our right hand side will turn out to be 0 if you apply the corollary properly, and then you will get the required answer as 0. So I am not doing this. Then f of x comma y is equal to you can see that x square x cube y cube z cube upon x square plus y square plus z square plus again you have a cos of xy upon cos of xy yz zx plus divided by x square plus y square plus by z square. Now find this. Now you can see that this is on left hand side of Euler's theorem. So to apply the left hand side of Euler's theorem, we need to check whether the function is homogeneous or not. So when I evaluated f of tx comma ty comma tz, it was found that here when I replace x by tx, t cube and t cube, so t to the power 3 plus 3 plus 3, t to the power 9, and in denominator t square will be common, so t to the power 7. So here I will have t to the power 7, and here t square t square t square, denominator also t square, and in angle t square will get cancelled, so I will not have any t to the power degree, so it is basically 0. So here it is 7 and it is 0, so you cannot have a common t to the power n which can be pulled out from the x, and so that f of tx comma ty comma tz is equal to t raised to n f of x comma y. So this is not possible. So it was very clear that f is not homogeneous. Whereas one can observe that f is partly homogeneous. If I consider f only with this part, this blue line, then this blue cloud basically is a homogeneous. Similarly, if I consider f as this much, then this cos of xy plus yz plus zx upon x square plus y square plus z square, this is also homogeneous. So f is combination of two homogeneous function, but overall f is not homogeneous. So how we are going to solve this is as follows. So we will assume f as a part of f1 plus f2, and we can see that f1 of tx comma ty comma tz is equal to t to the power 7 f of x comma y comma z. So f1 is a homogeneous function with degree 7. Right? Here I was wrote 2 before, but then it is 7. So then x dou f1 by dou x1, y dou f1 upon dou y, plus z dou f upon dou z is equal to n into f. The formula is n into f, but n is 7 here, so I should say 7. So it is 7 times f1, 7 times this. So how I could write? Because of Euler's theorem. So I am writing ET stands for Euler's theorem. Now we have applied Euler's theorem on f1. Similarly, I apply the Euler's theorem on f2. Let's go, let's see. Now similarly, f2 is a homogeneous function with degree 0. So x times f2 x plus y times f2 y plus z times f2 z is equal to nf2, which is equal to 0. And then add 1 and 2. So x times dou f upon dou x. So this f1 plus f2, f1 plus f2, f1 plus f2, 7 f1 plus 0 will come out. But f1 plus f2 is basically my f. So that will be then, yeah, so instead of f1 plus f2 I have written now f only. So it is basically x dou f upon dou x plus y dou f upon dou y plus z dou f upon dou z, and this turn out to be 7 times f1. So basically it is 7x cube x cube y cube z cube upon x square plus y square plus z square. So you can see that because of this homogeneous of partliness, we could find out this complicated integration, complicated differentiation. So Euler's theorems has played a very crucial role for the computational point of view. Thank you.